Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. In this video we're going to be looking at the anniversary event. Now it has been out for a few days and basically I wanted to wait to see if there was anything else coming because it's kind of underwhelming, I'm going to be honest. I was hoping for a little bit more. It is an anniversary event which should be like quite a big event, I would have thought, but it is not much to speak of, to be honest. We'll go to recruits and rewards and there's a stash and that's it. This is it. This is the stash. You get some nice gear, I guess. Like some lower end 6-star gear, some trainers, cans, and if you complete it, you get Sergio. I have done a review of Sergio. Very strange character indeed, but it is a unique character, so it's something new. There is a second part of this stash that has gear in it, and it also does have a completion reward of a Taoist prayer bead, and basically that's for a future event, as it says, for upcoming typhoon events. So it does look like the first stash is going to be completable via like the events and stuff. The second stash is basically the pay to play element of the anniversary event, which is sad, but that's the way it is. Everything's got pay to play in it these days in Road to Survival pretty much. But that's it. You get 30 pulls and then you get Sergio. The way you get those pulls, of course, is you just compete in events and you claim in the museum tokens. As you see, these 3 boxes saying RTS in them. Those are the 3 different types of tokens you can get. This one's from roadmaps at the moment, but other ways of getting them could come into the game. This one so far has been level ups. Oh no, wait, not level ups. This has been raids and war. And this one here has been level ups. The level ups obviously is always going to be the easiest one to get because it's the most reoccurring event a lot of the time. I think you have to hit 1.4 million because that's the top milestone for the level up. And there we go, top milestone for level up rewards here. And you have to hit that, I believe, 9 times. If you hit that 9 times during the 30 days, it was a 30-day event, you'll get enough to claim all 10 in the museum, because you can only claim 10, and that would obviously be 1/3 of the amount of tokens that you'd need to complete that first stash. The other ones are going to be harder to complete, especially the war and raid ones, because if you're in Tournament of Champions, you're expected to hit 200k in a 24-hour tournament, which is really difficult to do unless you've got, you know, a really powerful team, or you're willing to spend hours and hours and hours and hours playing the game on a TOC weekend. So you could be in trouble unless there's enough raid tournaments. I think you get 850 of these per raid tournament. I only got 20 in the TOC because I was very fortunate to get any points at all, but I did war when it first dropped, and then I don't know what happened. I think a lot of people had these issues where my account just started looping, unfortunately, and I couldn't get back into the game on that region. Unfortunately, I was forced onto another region, so I could still play, but yeah, it's a shame. I'm not sure how these are going to come into the game other than the roadmap. Like I said, I wanted to wait and see if there was going to be any information. Nothing was really posted on the forums except like, yeah, there's an anniversary event, and you know, these are the things you're going to get. This is pretty much the extent of the inbox messaging. It's just there's an anniversary event and it's promoting the next event with the typhoon items. On the forum post, it doesn't break down where each balloon is found. It just says they are available in milestone rewards during tournaments for level up, raid, and survival road and war. I guess survival road will be the blue ones, because then it'll be survival road would be blue, and so would the roadmap, and then war and raid would be the orange, and then the red ones would be level up. There are also roadmaps. It does say there's going to be roadmaps, so we've already got one up right now, but there are going to be roadmaps. There are also these roadmaps that are popping up, which is the club member roadmaps, where you get the actual anniversary tokens. It doesn't even out to a nice number either, which is annoying. I hate it when that happens. You get 300 for the last 2 combined, and then you get 130 for the first 2. So you're not even got like a rounded amount. And they've done this a couple of times where you're not hitting like a 50 or 100. So I think it's to promote spending. Like, so because you know, there's the psychology behind people want to have an even amount, and that hopefully will promote spending. But I think it's just pretty lame tactic, if I'm honest. But hey, this is only open to people who are on Survivors Club. I believe there was an offer to get one of these cakes for people who are P12, and I am Prestige 12, and it was this one here, Prestige 12 crate, but instead of it having what it's got in here now, it had cakes. There are some, you know, people saying they actually just received a cake, just received one. There are offers for other stuff like these balloons and things. Personally, I'm not going to be spending anything on an anniversary event, which I think should be quite an inclusive event. I've talked about what events I think should be inclusive. Basically, holiday events should be inclusive because that's when people have got time off to actually play on the game, and it should include people. Anniversary events should be a celebration of the game, so at the moment it doesn't seem to be celebrating, well, it seems to be celebrating the wrong things. Like I did joke about it, the fact that the character is completely RNG, so the character's celebrating RNG. You know, most of the event is, or like a lot of the event is pay to play because of the second part of the stash, and you get a leg up in another future tournament by doing that. I think this is probably the worst anniversary event I've sort of been in. I can't remember the second year's one. I don't think that was great either, but like in terms of they should have learnt from the issues in the past and made it better. That this is a really backward step in my opinion. Just not inclusive, not really anything fun. It looks like someone's thrown this together in like an hour. Nothing really, you know, it's just got some museum collection items, a quick stash. The character's going to be the only thing that's going to have taken time to design and stuff. The rest of it was just literally thrown together, and the character could have just been a character that was just sitting there ready to be released at some point, and they just changed the title to Anniversary Edition. Because it isn't a special character. No one knows who Sergio is, pretty much. So it isn't like it's a special Rick, or it wasn't like the 15th anniversary Rick that they released. You know, nothing like that. So nothing special, nothing really like done specifically for anniversary. It's just a quick slap together event that lasts 30 days as well, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it lasts 30 days. It's a very long event. Like, if you consider the Piper event was much more, like, had much more depth and much better rewards and everything than this, and I don't know. A letdown. There's not even I was hopefully I was waiting for events to pop up on the missions where it was like anniversary login missions, but literally nothing. So disappointing to say the least. But that is the anniversary event. If you want to get your hands on Sergio, I guess not many will. I'm going mainly just to complete as much of the stash as possible, and if I can get Sergio as well, then fine, but if not, I'm not too bothered because he's not that great. But like I said, kind of disappointed, but that's the way it is. That's the end of my video though, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.